So here are the two pairs, and as you can probably see, there's quite a big difference between the two pairs. Hello, so today we're taking a look at a real and fake pair of the Nike Phantom GX2 in the Rising Gem Pack. The fake pair is here on my left, and obviously the retail pair is here in the box. Just to help you at home if you are trying to purchase a pair of football boots and you don't know if they're real or fake, it's just to help you try and purchase the retail pair. So like I said, this video does not support the counterfeit industry in any way, it's just to help you at home if you're trying to purchase a retail pair and what you should look out for. So let's open these up because obviously the fake pair does not come with a box. Retail one, if you're buying them, just buy it with the box. So it comes with the box. Here are the boots, take them out. Also comes with a boot bag as well, and depending on what stud variation you can get, it comes with other things, but on this pack it only comes with these studs, so this is what you're going to get. And here are the two boots. Let's take a closer look at some of the differences and what you should look out for. So the first thing I'm going to point out is the colour of the material used on the top. As you can see, the retail one here is a much darker material used compared to the fake one, and in terms of the feel, the retail one here is incredibly grippy and soft and feels really nice, whereas the fake one, it doesn't have any of that grippy texture on top. My hands just slip all over it. There is no grip. So this got like a layer of like almost rubber on top, which helps you grip to the ball and works well in wet conditions. But this one just does not have this. So it looks like it has the knit beneath, but no kind of rubberized section over the top. So it's a clear error between the fake one and the retail one. The easiest part to see that on is on the sock liner going underneath the laces. As you can see, there's a clear color difference between the upper material and this sock liner here. Whereas on the fake one, it all looks like it's practically the same color. So clear difference. So these are both dead stock, they've never been worn, and the retail one comes pre-laced like this, so you can see it goes all the way up to the top lace holes there, and it comes looped like this. Whereas the fake one, they've not gone all the way to the top lace holes, as you can see here. The laces only go so far, they should be laced all the way up to here. It's just, if you're buying a pair, just look out for things like that. Looking at the outside of the boot, you'll know it does have this black, almost like black diamond effect on the Nike Swoosh, but the big difference between the two is the actual size of the swoosh, and it's quite easy to tell the difference. The shape of the swoosh and the size of the swoosh is very different from retail to fake and easy to see. Also, the overall effect of the black diamond on the fake one isn't quite the same just because of the size of the swoosh. It doesn't look at all like it does on the retail one. On the inside of the boot, you have a backwards facing swoosh towards the heel, as you can see here on the retail one. You do get that one on the fake, but the placement is incorrect. So if you look at the retail one here, it's practically touching the top of that sock line a bit there where the section changes. However, on the fake one, you can see it's placed much lower down, so there's a gap there. Just a noticeable difference between the two, and also the look of the boot is so different on the inside. Look at the color change from this section here to this section here. It goes from dark to light, whereas on the retail one, it stays completely dark because that upper rubberized material goes all over the boot. So if we look towards the toe box here, you'll see the sole plate actually goes much higher on the retail one compared to the fake one. So here's the retail one here, and if I hold it from above like this, you can still see sections of the sole plate coming through. Maybe not against my jumper, but if I hold it out here, you can see the sections of pink coming through quite clearly. Whereas if I hold up the fake one, you can't see pretty much any sections of the sole plate. That's because on this part here, the sole plate goes a little bit higher on the retail one than it does on the fake, so it protects the toe a little bit better on AstroTurf pitches and firmer ground. Spinning the boot to the back, and we look at the heel text on the back here where it does say Phantom. If I compare this real to fake, as you can see here, the sizing is very different from retail to fake, and also the entire shape of the back heel of both boots is very different. So the Phantom text is a lot larger on the fake one, and also the sock liner height on the fake one is a lot higher, goes way higher on the fake one here compared to the retail one. The retail one actually fits your heel perfectly, and I have to say, this is probably one of the comfiest boots I've ever worn in terms of heel comfort. It's really soft and really nice at the back of the heel, and the fake one, it just feels flimsy. I don't like the feel of this pair. Looking at the overall shape of both of these boots is very different once again. I would say the retail one looks and feels a lot more sleeker. It feels like it should fit your boot. I've actually tried these on and they fit absolutely amazing. Such a comfy boot. Whereas this one, they're both a size UK 10. This one is just way chunkier and just does not look right, and that swoosh on the outside is absolutely terrible. And the boot itself is a lot higher in height compared to the retail one, but you can probably see that when I hold them up side by side. On the front of the boot here, you will see it does have a swoosh here on the retail pair, and it's almost dark grey on that sock liner, which is a lighter grey. And then if we look at the fake one, it's got like a double layered swoosh. It is not the same in any way. I'll move the laces to the side. You can see it's got a double layered swoosh. So it looks very different from retail to fake. And these are small details. You don't really need to look at it for this pair because there are quite big differences. But if it was a bit closer, these are the details you're going to have to look for. Probably one of the best bits about this boot is the sole plate itself. Look at that on the retail one. That is incredible. Look at the colours they've used. It looks phenomenal. I have to say the fake one's done quite a good job of this, but there are still some differences. So it does have a little bit of colour, but if you look towards the front of the sole plate, you can see the colours are different. So it's a lighter pink on the fake one compared to the retail one, where the retail one has shades of purple and blue coming through in certain lightings. As I show you from the tilting here, the colour differences are quite easy to see. If you look at the back of the sole plate, you can see the colours are much stronger on the retail pair again compared to the fake one, but it is relatively close, but there are bigger differences on the boot. But my advice to you, like always, is I would not buy a fake pair of boots ever. If you want to perform at the highest level, I would say wear a retail pair always, because they're reliable and you know that the materials used are made for football. This is a much cheaper alternative trying to replicate this, and I think it's going to cause injuries, especially with such an aggressive sole plate. This sole plate is so aggressive. I've tried this on and I can tell you right now this sole plate is really, really aggressive. And this one could cause a lot of injuries. The materials aren't used, as you can see from the upper and the actual heel support. The heel support is absolutely terrible in this pair. This pair is so flimsy. And I'll check the sole plate. Like, if your boot can do that, it should not be able to do that. So that is a worrying sign, because if you're putting your foot in that and twisting at certain angles, that can cause, look, this one doesn't even bend really at all. So that's a lot more supportive than this pair, and that's quite a worrying sign. So I would not recommend it, and this is definitely to support buying proper football boots. So let's take a look inside the boot. So it does come with a paper shoe tree on the inside. The fake one actually does as well, but it's right down here, and like, that's all you get. Nobody really cares about the paper, but just a difference to note. Let's take a look at the insoles. So here comes the fake one, and here is the retail one. Let me take it out. So big difference again in terms of the colour. I'd also say a big difference in terms of the thickness. This insole is not the most supportive, but it is quite thick, as you can see here. So it does offer, I guess, a little bit of comfort. The fake one is terribly thin, different colour, and on the bottom you can see, if you're checking this, the retail one comes in yellow, the fake one is obviously in white, and the phantom details at the back of the insole are very different once again. If you're looking inside the boot underneath the insole, here's the retail one. You can hopefully see that it's a white on the base of the boot, but on the fake one they've decided to go green on the base of the football boot. So another difference there. If you are trying to legit check and authenticate your football boots, just look out for small details like this. Well, I say small, that's quite a big difference. So when I spoke earlier about the heel comfort on this pair and saying it's absolutely phenomenal, you'll see, look at all that cushion padding towards the back heel here on the boot. Really easy to see and really comfy at the back of your foot. The fake one, well, it has absolutely none. There is no heel cushioning whatsoever at the back of the boot, which is quite incredible. So I'm going to tell you right now, these will not be comfy and they will not fit your foot as well as the retail pair. On the left boot, the same differences occur as on the right foot. I would say on a dead stock pair, you do get this label from Nike that just warns you that the kind of shiny, shimmering material does wear off after a while when you wear this pair, which is the same on every single boot, especially on the Adidas Predators that I've released recently. But on a glimmering sole like this, it does wear off. There's no such warning on this, but I promise you this one's going to wear off as well. But that's the end of this comparison. Hopefully this video has helped you, because there's clear differences between the retail one here and the fake one here, which are quite obvious to see, so hopefully you don't get fooled online. It may be different for smaller pairs because it might be quite harder to see the differences, but hopefully this video has helped you authenticate your pair at home, because this is a great boot, and any colorway of the Phantom GX2, I'm telling you right now, it is fantastic to play in. But thanks for watching. I hope this video has helped you, and stay tuned for more videos coming very soon on football boots. And if you want shorter content based around football and sneakers, follow me on TikTok.